There's an ongoing urban legend. If you write a Chinese character 1,000 times, it will stick in your memory for good. If you, like many others, were told to believe that, mindless, repetitive writing can lead to improvement someday. Here's the catch. It's not true. They call it learning, we say it's fun. Welcome to Fun Mandarin 玩中文. 大家好, I'm Bryan. We can't deny the importance of practice, but instead of taking the repetitive rote learning approach, we absolutely need smart strategies to crack Chinese characters. In this episode, we're going to introduce the I.S Hacks. They will help you recognize, memorize, and even write Chinese characters with less time but greater progress. Without further ado, let's dive in. The first technique is the I, representing imagination has no limits. Imagination plays an important role in Chinese characters because ancient Chinese characters weren't just written. They were like tiny drawings telling stories. Our creative ancestors used simple sketches to turn everyday objects into symbols. Fast forward to today, and when you see these characters, they were evolved modern version of those ancient doodles. So with a big imagination, you can remember that this represents the sun, that is the moon, this symbolizes a mountain, and that stands for fire. Even for abstract ideas or concepts, imagination should also come into play for better understanding and memorization. For example, let's start with numbers. You can easily tell this line as representing the number 1 in Chinese. And guess how to write 2? 2 lines. What about 3? Easy. This is 3. Now, let's try this. We draw a line, and above the line, this character shang is above or up. Can you guess how to write down or below? Exactly. We just need to turn the character shang upside down. That makes xia. When drawing from real life and using simple symbols isn't enough for more complex words, Chinese characters evolve to the next level. We combine elements to create new characters, much like building with Lego bricks. We can put one brick with another to form new characters. This brings us to our second hack, S, which stands for structure has its own magic. If each Chinese character is a house, before we try hard to build it, we should think like architects. It's like having the floor plan before building a house. As you can see from the examples here, each character has its own floor plan, which we call structural relation. They are all made up of little building blocks arranged in a square shape. So, whenever you practice memorizing and writing a new character, take a few seconds to see the floor plan first. In other words, how its building blocks fit together. No one wants to mix up the bathroom and the kitchen on the floor plan, right?
Ew!
Visualize the structure in your mind, and it will help in better recall and accuracy, rather than mindless writing it 1,000 times. As there are several different floor plans, aka structural relations, in Chinese characters, if you are interested in knowing more, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. This will motivate me even more to create a standalone video on this topic. Now we have the floor plan in mind, let's dig deeper to discover the magic within the structure. As mentioned earlier, we're going to assemble the bricks together. One crucial component is called a radical, or what I like to call the magical radical. It's magical because it gives clues about the meaning of the character. Let's take a look at some examples of radicals and discover how magical they are. The first example comes with a quick memory test. What does this character 火 mean? You got it, it's fire.
Yes!
Now, when we spot the radical 火 in this character 卡, can you take a wild guess at its meaning? Is it to run, to read or to roast? Spot on. Based on the clue from the fire radical, is to roast.
Yes!
This magic is also easy to see in two individual characters, 炸 and 炒. 炸 means to deep fry, while 炒 refers to stir fry. You can see three of the characters are linked to fire through the fire radical. Let me give you one more example. This is the female radical nu. From the clue of the radical nu, can you guess what the character ma represents? Is it father, mother, or school? The answer is very clear. It's mother,
yes!
Since we can see the female radical in ma. Likewise, 姐 means older sister and 妹 represent younger sister. Both have female radicals. But you might be wondering, now I know 姐 and 妹 both refer to females based on the radical nu, and they mean sisters. But how can we remember that 姐 is for older sister and 妹 is for younger sister? Remember our first hack? Imagination should come into play again. Look at the components on the right side of the characters. See how they look like, then create a story that is easy for you to remember and strongly associated with the character's meaning. Let me share some creative ideas borrowed from my lovely students. One student suggested that the component on the right side of 姐 looks like a gravestone, symbolizing that the older sister is very old and has passed away. Well, that sounds like a sad story. For a more positive spin, others mentioned it looks like lipstick, implying that the older sister enjoys makeup. Some even compared it to a tall office building, indicating that the older sister works in a fancy office. These brilliant ideas show that the story should be personal and strongly linked to the character's meaning. The rule of thumb is the shorter, the better. Now it's your turn. What's your imagination of the character young sister, Mei? Why not share your ideas in the comments below? With the power of imagination and the magical radical, we're going to cast another charm. We'd like to call it 1 plus 1 magic. This simply combines the radical with the phonetic component. This meaning plus sound combination makes up over 80% of Chinese characters. You can see how important it is to master this trick. Let's take the character Kao, for example. As mentioned earlier, the fire radical on the left side gives you a clue about its meaning. On the right side, the sound break is pronounced as Kao. When it combines with the radical, the character Kao sounds exactly the same as its sound break. Please note that the sound break might not always represent the pronunciation of the character perfectly. After combining with the meaning break, sometimes the tone might change or the initial sound may be slightly different. For example, the sound break in 炒 contributes to the pronunciation, but when it combines with the meaning break to form the character, the initial sound changes from sh to ch as we pronounce the character 炒, not 少. It sounds slightly different, but still quite close, right? So, with this 1 plus 1 magic, we can understand written text better, even if there are new characters. On top of that, the more radicals and phonetic components you know, the more time you're safe in memorizing and building characters, just like having more Lego bricks to construct a greater variety of models. So now, why not drop your pen, break away from mindless repetition, and start practicing our I.S Hacks? Unleash your imagination, make the best of the floor plan, play with the magical radical, and cast the 1 plus 1 magic. We believe these strategies will definitely turn you into a Chinese character powerhouse. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. This is Fun Mandarin 玩中文. I'll catch you in the next one. 我们下次见.